Spoiler rabbit.
Hey!
Hello,
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever it may be, wherever you are.
Quite a live chat already. Hello, Leaguers. Blimey, O'Reilly. It's a busy old chat already. I hope everyone is well and warm because it's fucking freezing here. Anyway.
It's nice and warm where I am.
Yeah, should have you?
Take heat. Yeah, take heat on.
I ain't got any eating. I will have tomorrow. Evening, Chris. Evening, Tracy. Evening, Christopher. Evening, Alex. Evening, Ryan. Evening, Vape Underground. Everyone else. Evening, fellas.
Yeah, evening, everyone.
How do?
Before we start, can anybody hear that?
Hear what?
The cog's turning in Chris's head. Turn your
He's got his fan on there.
You disgust me with your fan heater.
But nobody can hear it. We've just sort of lost
Actually, no, it blocks out your voice a bit. Keep it on.
What?
Right then, fellas.
Dippy's baby going to be slapping its tail tonight. That's a sign I've not heard.
You're getting stick already. I love it.
No, it's the same heater.
Evening, Amy. Right then, fellas. Who's going to kick us off tonight then? What are we vaping on?
Connie wants to go first. Don't everybody say yeah at once.
Vaping? Is this a vape show?
Start with you then, Vinny. Let's go from top to bottom.
All right, then we'll start with me. Evening, everybody. I'm on the Aegis X with Fatality, and I'm vaping some Ultra Peach Tea from Riot Squad's new Black Addiction on that. Very, very nice for a tea flavour. Fetch Pro, which I still yet to review, but it will be happening soon, with some Vaporoni Red Slush. And I'm on the top side SQ Jobby with a Flatline RDA from Vitality. And again, Riot Squad, but this time it's smashed apple pie, which I can't stop vaping. That's my cracker for tonight.
Can't stop, won't stop.
No, I just, yeah. Rabbit?
Let's see. I'm actually vaping on the Haka with the M-Turk V2.
Still loving the Hacker?
Yeah, I am. I really like this mod. And I'm actually on some new stuff a buddy sent me. It's called My Six. It's a strawberries and cream. It's manufactured by North Shore. It's actually really good juice. I'm shocked by it. And then I got the new Dreadnought RTA on the QP, what is it, Fatal? And got M-Turk in that Turkish maize, which is a butterscotch cornflake.
Yeah.
And then I still always got my little fetch on me with some Sad Boy strawberry blood.
You love that Sad Boy strawberry blood.
I really do, man. That stuff is amazing.
Yeah, I really can't wait to try that stuff myself. I'll have to get me some. And I've got quite a mix of stuff going on here tonight. I got my OMEC RTA with the shorty tank. Plus the DNA 250C, my Predator mod.
That's nice.
In that, I've got some. I got some of the Jam Monster peanut butter and grape peanut butter and jelly. And yeah, I really like that. It's really good in an RTA, you know. Then I've got my 2 minute boxes here. In one, I'm on some Yogi Nick salts. Just trying them out. Peanut butter banana granola bar. It's actually really good. And then in this one, I'm on the oatmeal and raisin puff cookie, which is all I ever use in this device. Then got my trusty hammer as well. Riding shotgun in that. And then I've got my Kronig back. Kronig squonk back. This is like my favorite squonk ever. Absolutely love this thing. It's like the hardest hitting squonk I've ever used. You know, it's just absolute fire. And the Apocalypse 25 goes perfect on it, and you can run like a 0.08 build on this, and you know, it doesn't like start arcing all over the place like a lot of squonks do. You know, some squonks they can't handle them low builds, but with this, it's got like 19 gauge silver contact in it, so it actually can. You know, and it's made out of aluminium billet, and it's really, really solid. 12 mil square squonk bottles. Yeah, it's just like if you love squonks, this would be like a unicorn for you, because they're just so good, and they're hard to get as well. And in there,
they've just released that white one, haven't they, as well, which just looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, the white one does look really, really good. Which no doubt I'll probably get one of them at some point when you can, because it's one of them companies you've got to go on a randomizer. Do you know what I mean? You've got to go on a list to get the mod, and then you pay half, and then they make it, and then you clear the balance when they send it. But honestly, the weight and everything is well worth it, because you know what you actually get is a very, very well made. I mean, like the tolerances on the door, like there's no rattling, there's no
no half.
Yeah, like everything is so precision made that you know it's just awesome. And you also get the stabwood panel as well as a solid billet panel, like, you know. So you don't have to. Sorry, my speaker's making stupid noises at me. Yeah, so you don't have to use the stabwood door if you don't want to. You know, that's up to you entirely. Because obviously, if you're out and about with it all day, you don't want that high gloss stabwood, because if you drop it, yeah, it's gonna
scratches and stuff.
Josh, it is called the Kronig, Kronig. They're based out of Sweden, mate. They've got a group on Facebook. They are, yeah. It's not a cheap mod, but it's not as expensive as some stuff that I've seen. You know, I've seen like, I mean, don't even get me started on Franken Skull squonks and the prices they go for. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I'm not being funny. Some of them are like 3D printed, and like, you know, it's just one of them things. Alex, I absolutely feel your pain with like building a powerful PC. It is very, very expensive, but if you leave the graphics card out for now and you use an Intel processor and just use the onboard graphics and then add the graphics card later, or like, you know, only put 16 gig of RAM in it and then add the other 16 later on to put it up to 32, and then that way it can. Tracy, it all depends on what you need. On what you need it for. I'm not being funny. My processor cost more than 200 quid. So do you know what I mean? Although you can build them on that kind of budget, if he's want to build a powerful PC, you're not going to do that with 200 quid, unfortunately. Like, you know, that it's just the way it is. Yeah, £200, 90% of it being second-hand parts. Yeah, there's loads of bundles you can find on eBay, actually, of people that have done a rebuild on their computer, and they'll sell a motherboard, the RAM, and the processor all as one. Do you know what I mean? All as one unit, because they've upgraded. So you can get some good deals. Anyway, we've gone a bit off track there.
that lot was over my head, man. I don't understand all that.
Yeah, completely. I wasn't jacking off. I was sharing the link around various social media.
Building PCs isn't hard. It's not difficult. Anybody who claims they're a genius because they can put some stuff into a circuit board and do some screws up is conning you. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
The beauty about it is it can only go in the hole it's designed for. It can't go in wrong holes.
yeah.
And
Exactly.
Chris, I love watching Linux tech tips. I love watching him. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
Everything he gets. He's like, here's a 10,000 piece of equipment. Drop. He's like,
Yeah.
Picks it up. You're like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, like Tracy's just said there, the first one wasn't that great, but he's now replaced most of the parts. He uses it for gaming, so it's a lot like Trigger's broom. And only pulls and horses. It's actually not that original PC anymore. It's just, it's had 15 new motherboards, 15 new processors, and 26 new graphics cards. And it's not really the same one. So yeah. Oh, Kieran, go away, will you?
Just ignore it. Don't forget, we can all commute.
Yeah.
Right.
See,
Moving on. Attacker, what are you vaping on, brother?
So tonight I am on the Immortal Mods Doom Act with the nice blood splatter edition there. Some Sub-Zero coils up the top. These are the Freudians I got a few last summer at Expo. I'm still going strong, Cotton, I've got Cotton Candy Collection in there. Juice wise, I'm on Prohibition Syntax, which is a peanut butter custard. For the backup mod, I'm using my .aio, still using that. Juice in there, I'm using something new. It's called Tenchi, the Blade Angel. 10 meg Nick salts, and it's called Cherry Passion. It's kind of like a cherry juice kind of taste to it, but without the ice. It's really, really nice. I'm enjoying that a lot. And that's what I'm on tonight.
Chris, we'll jump to you, seeing as Zippy's gone somewhere.
Gone walk out.
I'm on.
Hello,
I'm
moving
on.
on.
Oh, there we go.
Shut up now, yeah.
Say, man, don't just cut me out, man. You know what I mean? Nah, tonight
Yeah,
I'm on. I'm up to change, man. I'm on the Half Moon Mod Squonk with the Mechaloid up on that. And I'm busy cleaning everything else. So I'm on some Sex on the Beach in the and I've just realised I've got to plug in the Vinci, which I've done. And I've got some fruit cereal CBDX in that one. It's a bit of a plateau. I need a new flavour. And I don't know what I'm fancying. I'm craving a new all day vape.
how are we doing, Josh?
Get on that
Training,
prohibition.
Yeah, get on the Prohibition, mate. Get some riding shotgun or some syntax or something, See, yeah, you like nuts, so
I don't know what gets said in the private convo. That's in the private convo, man.
What goes on in Amsterdam stays in Amsterdam, as they say.
You'll have Kieran in the tiz in a minute.
Here you go,
He
Kieran.
already is by the look of it.
Yeah, Kieran, look, this is a billet, and you've got one coming, but it's not as good as mine.
Wait and rub it in.
Boom. Go on then, Christopher. Show us your dildo.
Yeah, I'm just on the OP tonight with some fresh fuse Claptons that I threw in earlier. Well,
Oh, you managed to
nearly
finish
threw
him
out
off,
the
did
window.
you?
Huh?
You managed to get him finished.
Yeah, halfway bloody through, the drill decided to die on me. I'm off, for fuck's sake. And then I'm on some Sad Boy blueberry jam cookie.
How are you liking that one, Chris?
I'm actually quite liking that one. It's actually quite nice and sweet.
The whole Sad Boy
I'm not-
range is actually fucking good. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, so far, the three that I've had, I've actually been quite impressed with. I've
I
quite
love that
enjoyed
cookie, man.
there.
Shamrock.
Shamrock.
Yeah.
To try that.
a thin
I
mint.
would have been using some Sub-Zero coils, but somebody forgot to put them in the packet.
I've never even tried Sub-Zero coils.
Sorry, wait a minute,
I
sorry.
keep ordering them.
Me
I
neither,
keep
Rabbit.
telling
Me
you.
neither, brother.
Technical difficulties.
Uh-oh, he's gone. He's gone.
I keep putting them in with the orders, but somebody just keeps forgetting to put them in.
Man, I was just rushing. I had so much stuff I needed to send, and I was just rushing around doing it. Don't even ask Paul what his .rba turned up, right? You know what I mean? I didn't empty the juice out.
Yeah.
I put it in a bag.
Yeah,
So
it was really nice.
put it in a pocket, plastic case, and just chucked it in with all of his other stuff. I was just like,
So I told you he was substandard.
oh.
And you know what he said as well? He goes, "Oh yeah, it's in there, mate. You just need an Allen key." I'm like, "Dude, I need the bit which you screw into the base so you can put it on a mod." Yeah, it's an Allen key.
Mate, it's already
You found it,
pulsed. There's a coil in it. It's already pulsed. It's good, mate. Just, you know what I mean? Just take the word for it. Yeah, so this is something I brought it up in the chat earlier on. Now, I was vaping Nick salts at like 20 milligram, 10 milligram, and at 20 watts. And I was getting a bit of a weird metallic type taste. Like, I don't know if anybody else has ever noticed that. Like, and then I whacked up to 40 watts and it tastes great. I mean, I don't think, it's a good idea vaping Nick salts at 40 watts, but it's like literally the difference in flavors, like just with that extra bit of power, it's made a lot of difference, It's just something I never noticed before because I don't usually vape that lower wattage, So, yeah.
I found that in here, as you know, you can change the power output on it. So it's like that's full power and so on and so forth. And I find that if I have it on 1 or 2, which is what you'd expect to use with a 0.7 Nautilus coil, the flavour is just gash. But put it onto the 4, and it's perfect. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's just how Nick salts are. They just need that extra bit of power to them to get the best flavour out of them. I mean, you're not sub-ohming it.
Or maybe we're just used to such high power. Like the juice tastes completely different. I know some juices taste different. Like if you're using it mouth to lung compared to like on a series mod, for example, where there's a lot of heat and stuff like that, and different. You know what I mean? Like certain parts of the flavour will come out more. So it's one of them.
Well, that's it. So now I tried the RBA section in Nest with some riding shotgun, and it was all right. Couldn't really taste a lot out of it, but then whacked it on the Mac, and it's incredible.
Yeah,
and it's even better. Like you say, it's even better when you mix it with Syntax. Ooh.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
So each one's tasted.
I tried the Nick salts in my RPM, and I've tried them in the Vape. And to be honest, 10 milligram was my max, and after that, it's just give me a headache. Even if I drank plain tea, I only had like a couple of pulls every so often. It was just horrible.
Yeah, I think this is why I haven't really enjoyed
20 meg.
Yeah, that's the 20 milligrams. 10 milligrams more max for me.
These are a 10, Chris. So much better. Much better because you get loads of flavour out of them, and you don't get fuzzy head or anything like that. I mean, you guys know I get migraines constantly. So with this, no problems at all. I vaped it all day yesterday and today. It's brilliant.
Seems to be a common side effect of Nick salts, doesn't it? The headaches.
Yeah, the two strong. We don't need it.
And the crankiness.
Oh god, I got so cranky when I was up on 20 milligrams. Good god, I did. Right then, fellas, topics. I think tonight we'll
nuts in them.
Kick off tonight with the Channel 4 Dispatches show, which didn't show PMI, Philip Morris Incorporated, in a very good light at all, did it?
No.
So it'd be interesting to see what you fellas thought about it, those that saw it. Obviously, Rabbit, you didn't see this show, did you?
No, but I'd like to hear about it.
Yeah, I didn't actually see it either because I don't have terrestrial TV because I haven't paid for a TV license. Fuck you, BBC.
I watched it at the start of the week, and to be fair, there wasn't a lot in there that we didn't already know, if you know what I mean. But it just showed some of the more underhanded tactics that they used. I mean, there was
Yes.
there was a little stall that was out in, I can't remember if it was Guatemala or somewhere. In the vicinity of this stall, there's 3 schools. And this stall's there, and it's like plastered up to the max with advertising for cigarettes and everything. You know, cigarettes were like £1 a packet, if that. You know what I mean? In what is for a pack of 20. And you know, they were saying like, you know, do you know who do you get paid for the promotion? For the promoting? This woman was like, oh, we do. She says it comes directly from Phil Morris. What's it?
Yeah, they're saying they got paid directly by
£20 a week to have these banners up, and the one had been put up there just a fortnight before. £20 a week to get paid.
Jesus, just to advertise, just to have the banners up, that was, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then they got talking to them 2 lads, the 2 schoolboys, openly sat around smoking. Right, and they both admitted that started when they was about 9 years old.
Yeah, 9 and 12, these 2 boys started smoking. It's in Indonesia.
I've got to think about that, though, right? We all act so shocked when we hear that and see that, yeah? But for most of us, didn't we start around that age? I mean, I was 11.
Oh yeah,
For real, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it surprised. It was something that I was shocked at it, and then I thought, well, you know, I was that age. So again, it was just one of them. But it just puts it in
technically,
when you see it from.
Go on. I mean, technically, if both your parents smoked, like in my case, technically you smoked from birth. Because my mum, there's pictures of me with my mum bottle feeding me with a fag in her mouth.
Yeah.
That's like my nan, you know.
Yeah. It's one of them things.
It's one of them
basically.
When I was younger, if you didn't smoke, you weren't one of the cool kids, kind of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was one. Like, you know, like out of my whole group of say 10 friends that we always, you know, we were all tight together at school and everything. You know, I'd say there was only one person that didn't smoke out of all of us, if any. You know, or they did smoke when we were younger, and they might have given up now, you know, as they got older or whatever. But definitely when we were teenagers, it was kind of the thing. You know, we used to get our lunch money and go to the petrol station and get cigarettes on a lunch break and stuff. You know, and like the guy in the petrol station just used to sell it. You know, we were in our school uniform. He didn't care. You know, because back then not a lot really happened. You know, if you sold stuff to underage, but you know, the US.
I can always remember how my week started on a Monday going to school. I'd get up, do what I gotta do. I'd be out of the house by 8 o'clock. 10 past 8, I'd be in the corner shop. I'd have a single and some crisps, and I'd smoke. I'd walk to school smoking it. That was my first thing Monday morning.
Man, when I was like 11 or 12, we used to just go up to the convenience store from like maybe 2 blocks from the house and tell them that we were picking them up for my grandma. They never even. They were just like, "Yeah, here you go." Like it was crazy.
No, I remember taking notes up the road, man. Yeah. Can I have £20? Signed.
I used to go stay with my nan, and she owned a convenient, like a paper shop, you know, tobacconist paper shop type, you know, like old like corner shop type thing. And I used to go and stay with her when I was like, I don't know, 13, 14 and stuff. And like I'd go up into the bedroom where I was staying, and there'd be like 3 packets of Benson Hedges on the side, like waiting. Do you know what I mean? Like she'd like, that was my gift when I arrived. There's a few packets of cigarettes, and, you know, and like they used to take me to the social club, the work, you know, the the club on the estate where all the beer's all subsidised and everything, and it's cheap drinking, like kind of like a British Legion, but not just for veterans, but like you used to go there and they used to get, I sat there 15 years old drinking pints with all the adults smoking cigarettes and nobody batted an eyelid, not even the person behind the bar. And they just laughed. They, like they just used to be like, well, whatever.
I think the interesting thing to come out of that Dispatches show, they actually did some clinical tests on them IQOS things. And Jesus Christ, there's not as much of the dangerous shit in it as is a cigarette, but it's still a cigarette in it. It's still got carcinogenics in it. It's still got cancer-causing chemicals in it. Why the fuck would you use them?
Yeah.
It's just fucking mental. Yes, the reduced levels from cigarettes, but and it cost a fortune.
Yeah. Well, I think if that's what I'm thinking of, it was about $280 around that region, something like that.
Yeah, like super expensive.
Yeah, it varies. It varies greatly. They do a cheap starter one, the original one I've seen around for about £65. But some of the other ones, the newer ones, like you say, they're over 200.
Come on,
why?
Like, for that amount of money, you could buy a nice like pod. Do you know what I mean? Not pod system, but you know what I mean,
like a dope mech mod.
Yeah. Like for that money, you could go get it. Then again, I suppose if we're talking about new vapors, maybe not a mech mod.
Even so, man, I mean,
if they understand, you know what I mean? If they can take on board what you're saying about, Ohm's law and, battery safety and stuff like that, if they understand it, then I suppose it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if they understand it and, treading on
hardcore.
Red one's not the green.
Yeah.
That's
the red ones are lethal.
Yeah, the red ones are like wallpaper. They're that thick. It's like, do you know what I mean? They're like real heavy. Kids to get vaped in now.
It's as easy for kids to get vaped in now.
Their parents let it. In reality, it's as easy as their parents let it, because, like, let's not forget that even if all the vape shops and convenience stores carded every single person that came in, if they're getting their parents or an older relative or an older friend to get the stuff for them, then all the amount of that stuff is not going to stop it.
Yeah.
So, you know, it gets back to the thing that we've all been saying all along, and that's that people need to
parent their kids.
Non-smokers are less likely to get erectile dysfunction. I mean, Alex, if that's what you want to tell yourself, it's because of you. Then, that's fine. But I suggest going and seeing your doctor, maybe getting some testosterone replacement therapy, some little blue pills. You'll be all right.
That's a bit of a typo.
That sounds like a gazebo effect.
For real, like, some of the tobacco packets, it literally says it on the packet, and there's a guy with a and he's going like this, like with a sad look on his face, and it says smoking can cause erectile dysfunction. I was like, man, just get to the doctors and get some Viagra. You know what I mean? It's not that bad. My man looked like proper depressed.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Apparently, you can buy it over the counter now.
Yeah, you can, man. Yeah.
And how did you know, Vina?
I don't need Viagra. I need Niagara to keep it down. Do you know what I'm saying?
Have you not seen the adverts for that new aerosol vape?
Yes.
That's been on the TV.
Oh yeah, we've seen it.
Yeah,
it's the one that looks like the inhaler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lovely people over in Canada, we think that's going to be a great idea, because like a kid stashing an inhaler in the pocket, like no one's going to give a shit about that, are they?
No, these ones look like a little white stick inside, basically what used to look like a 20 packet of fags. Right, you take it out, you open up the bottom, open up the top, pull it out, turn it upside down, fill it up like you used to with like your gas lighter, and then just vape on it.
What?
Yeah, he's
seen that one. I was going to say, I know we discussed the one that looks like the asthma thing before, because we were wondering whether the canisters had the same mechanism, release mechanism, to be switched out. I remember we were talking about them.
I think Chris was dreaming last night. He probably dreamed that.
No, I've literally seen it I've seen it advertised on the telly.
Interesting. Were
Yeah,
you
that's
watching
the point.
Doctor Who?
That's
To
a
provide
very
a
I'm just trying
level.
to find the name of it.
No,
That is
I've got no idea. I know which one he's on about. I've seen the advert, but I haven't seen.
It's a spray. It's an aerosol, right? So is that a vape?
Well, that's what them advertising it as.
Yeah, but they're gonna. That's where
advertising Mars bar with a Kit Kat, don't make it one.
Yeah, they
Right.
call it Jewel a vape.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. It's like, you know, this is another one of them. This is another one of them things where they're blurring the lines, or they're trying to.
Called Vox, Chris.
That's
Yeah.
it, Vox.
Vox.
Thank you, Carp Jacket.
Yeah. Carp jacket. Nice.
Yeah, man.
Come on, carp jacket. What's the biggest carp you've ever caught? Come on, tell me something big.
49.3 pound, mate.
How much?
49.3.
50 pound 1 ounce. Woohoo!
Mine was in France, so it don't really
Yeah, so
count.
was mine, mate. Do you know what I mean? The biggest I've had in the UK is 40, but you know, like that was quite a big fish for the UK.
I caught a 2-pounder one time.
Mine's been a top 20.
Yeah, 50 pound
Most
1
of the
ounce was
carp.
the biggest.
I'd love to get back into that.
Hello, Vape. Good evening.
Yeah.
Hello. I think the heaviest one I've ever caught
Facebook, you'll
was
see
about
older
3-4
than
pounder.
giant carp.
Did anybody see anything from the CBD Expo this weekend?
Oh yeah, a lot.
The UK one.
Oh no, never mind.
Cancelled, wasn't it?
I thought it was cancelled.
Wasn't Afro Man there? Because I got high.
What?
Because I got high. Because I got high. Da 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 da.
I was gonna go to work, but then I
Then I
got
got high. Yeah.
Chris was gonna dye his hair, but then he
Then he
got
got high.
Hold
Oh
on, another
yeah.
guy.
What hair?
looks like
I've got no fucking hair.
go on for ages. Well, I don't
I've
know.
been practically bald since I was in my early 20s.
I'm saying I cough on you if you don't.
Zippy ate a spoon of Vegemite because he got high.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I don't know if it's true, but someone got arrested for robbing the store and saying I cough on you if you don't give me the money.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I can believe that.
the definition of
The thing
right,
is,
okay, so the
As
definition.
ridiculous as that sounds, I can believe that.
If it's in the UK, then yeah, because if you go into right, the definition between robbery and theft is if you say to someone, "Give me the money." If you don't say anything and just take it, it's just classed as theft, right? So do you know what I mean? It's one of them things. But if you go in there and make a threat, even if it's with a plastic pellet gun, you still get charged with the same offence as if it was a real gun, because they say that the person in the shop, they didn't know it was fake. Like that's kind of the way it goes. So yeah, it's I can actually believe that any type of threat, but I actually believe that was just a joke about the coronavirus. In all reality,
Apparently not. Apparently it happened in America.
yeah.
A Chinese guy in the US.
I can believe it, man.
Well, you think about it, you know, like he's threatening to kill her. If he's saying, "Look, I've got the coronavirus," that's like, you know, somebody who's got HIV, for example, coming in with a needle with blood in it and saying, like, "I'm going to stick you with this if you don't give me your money." Like it's the same, you know, death by coffin.
Well, it is
I'm just
straight
trying
through
to figure out.
couplets, so
The Vape and CBD Expo is very disappointing. The brands are going like Manchester e-liquid. What the hell?
I thought it had been cancelled. That's what I was trying to work out. Was it on or
I
was it
thought
not?
I presumed it'd been cancelled
No
because
idea.
they was using the excuse for the Food Standards Agency, wasn't they? Because they was
It's
going
a
to pull.
vape tip. Why didn't you come and get me? As it was Birmingham, you could have dropped in. See,
Rabbit, come back from down the end of that tunnel. Were you doing all right back there? No?
come into the light. Come into the light.
It's like, yeah, what the fuck? That just blew my mind. Expo is Vape Jam. Okay.
The vape jam got cancelled.
What's that?
Seeing it on my feed.
And our tiny host today, Rabbit.
I like that one.
That looks like one of the things off the Matrix that they go into to do training and shit.
Help! Something's chasing me.
Jump across. Rabbit, surely you can do the gentle, like you're jumping. Jump. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 3 out of 5 Americans won't buy Corona beer now in case they catch it. That was on RT Online.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I've read somewhere that they reckon they've lost £132 million worth of sales.
Yeah, I read that.
Change the name. It's time for a rebrand.
You're still going on about the CBD expo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and come on, mate. We moved on from that last week.
Yeah.
From what I could find out.
What else have we got to talk about, fellas?
It's class of
Come on,
food
man.
supplement.
I'm searching for a flavour now, man. I've hit a
Flavour?
plateau.
I told you.
Get on
What
some
do you-
progress,
What are you
man.
wanting? Maybe I should send you that peppermint from Detroit Rock Candy.
I don't know what I'm craving, man. I'm craving. I don't know if anybody else has ever found it, but I'm craving a vape. I got 14 bottles of juice in front of me, man, and I'm like,
I get
I'm
like
doing a
that.
little bit.
I get
I'm
that
having
a
a
lot.
each one, but I'm like, I'm really needing a new flavour, man. It's a plateau in vaping.
Sometimes I crave a Heisenberg.
Nah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I haven't done it because I remember how bad it was. But it's just one of those, like, I fancy a bit of Heisenberg. He's like,
I said,
yeah, but it was shit.
I need to try mango ice.
I'm not
It's like-
vaping blue juice.
Yeah.
Have you not tried that one yet, Paul?
No, mate.
No.
I think he's walking it here from where he is.
Hey, did Paul get his mango?
No,
Oh,
not by the sounds of it.
Hmm.
Oh, in fact,
Good
he has
music.
the audacity to knock Andy Bohane for posting.
Exactly.
Have I ever not Andy posted? Have I ever not posted?
Hang on, didn't we
Technical
organise this mango thing before Christmas?
Yeah,
3
you
weeks
might
before
have.
Christmas.
Andy, you want to be sorting your mate out?
Actually, Alex Birds, they said that was false. The CDC actually said that was false. I don't remember who posted about shaving your beard, but they
Yeah, that
actually
was
said
just
it was
some
false.
yeah,
anti-beard.
like fuck, am I going to shave my beard off?
That was just a hate crime for some anti-beard brigade type people, you know, trying to get everybody to shave their beards off.
Just keep your hands clean and sanitizer in your pocket, and don't touch your
Sanitize.
face.
Yeah, I don't know how, like, you know, it's a virus, so, you know, I don't really know how much you can really, like,
Wash your hands.
sanitizer and stuff.
All the time.
Really.
It's spread through cough droplets that then go on your hands, and your hands transfer into orifices.
I'm
Yeah.
glad he said droplets. All I got.
So the people that are walking around with surgical masks on, thinking that they're not going to catch it with a surgical mask on, like, basically, surgical masks are used for surgeons so that they don't breathe on patients while they're operating on them and give them infections. Not the
Exactly.
not the surgeon from their.
It's not filtered in that way.
Yeah. So, you know, like literally though, if you go on like Witch at the moment, the most popular items selling at the moment are surgical masks and hand bags and stuff. And it's like,
And those masks aren't going to help anything.
well, apart from the companies that are selling it, make a load of money.
As soon as you go to take the mask off, you're just going to touch your face.
Yeah.
Chris, are you trying to eat your hand?
Yeah. No,
It
I'm
just looked like you're trying to eat your hand then.
no, I had a
He's on a
nail
diet, leave
stick,
him
bit of
alone.
nail sticking out.
You really sat there biting your nails on a YouTube show? Is that the depths that we've sunk to?
Listen, he's on a diet. Leave him alone.
He's hungry, bless him.
Man's doing well. Don't knock him. The more,
So I'm going to do really well.
and think about it, the more he eats of himself, the less we have to see.
Really, we don't know what masks you've been buying off Wish.
Yeah.
Triple
Yeah, I
layer.
can literally see a lot of things wrong with that sentence.
What?
Good masks and Wish. Just
Yeah.
Wish generally is no good.
Anything with good and wish in it's a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
Probably
brilliant.
One
face
of my
mask,
favourite
yeah.
sayings is wish in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up first.
Well, then they're both just the same.
There's only one of them that's going to, deliver the real, legit stuff.
They're both going to leave you with a handful of shit.
I love it.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I hope Vicky won't do.
Hang on. We'll hand this over to our resident.
Scottish premiers. Why are all the Scottish
Hang on,
premiers?
yeah, listen. Hang on. We'll hand this over to our resident political party leader. Go on, Andy. You can respond to that.
Full screening.
My only comment on that was why are all the Scottish nationalist party leaders? Why are they all named after fishes? Wasn't the last guy called salmon or something? And then we got sturgeon. That's another fish. I mean, I don't know. I'm seeing a bit of a trend here.
There's something fishy going on.
Yeah, something fishy going on up in Scotland. Yeah, definitely. They're all named after.
Something fishy going on in the comments, especially with Alex here posting Vinny sex toys.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't buy any surgical masks that have been imported from China. Nice to all of
Listen,
you.
hang on. While we're on the subject of postage to Vinny, right? Not many people know this, but next Sunday is his birthday. So if anybody wants to send him a secret present to be opened on the live next weekend, feel free to PM me. I will supply his address.
Yeah, I'll quite happily post the address on Facebook.
Yeah.
So,
All in the spirit of fun.
send him some mail.
Yeah. Feel free to collect documentary card and send it in the post.
And whatever he does get, he has to open on the live.
Yeah, can't pre-open it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
You've got to wait until the show. The more fucked up it is, the better.
Did you know that fishing is actually the most participated sport in, like, do you know what I mean? Is it like a hobby or whatever? It's like the most popular.
Yeah, it is. It's the highest participation sport ever.
It really is. I absolutely love fishing. I'm not too keen on crabs.
They're so hard to get rid of.
Yeah, man. I started walking sideways and had seagulls chasing me and shit. I knew there was something wrong.
It's Wales, what do you expect?
And then one day I was eating my sandwich and I was like, this tastes like shit. So I said to my ex, I was like, what the fuck do you make this from? She said, crab paste. I said, where'd you get it? She said, the chemist.
Oh, here we go, look. She's on it.
Oh, jeez.
Present for Vinny.
What is it?
Is it some hair dye? Some black hair dye?
Yeah.
Look at the hat family on.
Hand cream so we can go out in the day.
Some of that black face mask stuff.
Yeah, just a face mask. If it covers his mouth.
No, I'm not doing that shit. I ain't peeling that off my face. Jesus.
He's on radio. If you go fishing in waders, you burn as many calories as a game of squash. There you go.
I can't keep up with the comments. There's that many comments coming in. I just can't keep up.
Seagulls
That
like
seems
a
like an awful lot of effort, though. Squash and fishing. Nope.
What the hell is squash?
Squash, like
Cordial.
you guys call it.
Fuck's sake, Vinny.
We've got to translate what was
That's the only squash
we've
Vinny
got
knows
to
now.
translate. Squash, yeah.
Gazebo effect.
Yeah, kind of looks a bit like a marrow. No, that's a butternut squash.
It's a tuber.
Oh, fucking hell.
Fish is okay, but as always, a fish comes along and ruins my trance state. Yeah, exactly. You know, like when you're fast asleep in your bivvy and your alarm goes off at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and you're in France and it's like -6, and you got to get this fucking great big cup out of the water and it's freezing fucking cold, and the owner of the lake wants to take a picture of you with it, and all you want to do is throw the thing back in the water and get back in your fucking sleeping bag. You know, fishing's great fun and everything, but there are
And
moments.
tonight, folks, we are becoming the angling times.
Yeah.
Welcome to the League of Extraordinary Fishermen.
Yeah. Sex is meant to be good for burning calories. As you can see, Vinny and Chris don't obviously get enough.
Oh.
Right, I'm just gonna.
Remember that time we had an idea for a YouTube vape show?
Did we? It was meant to be a vape show
Now it's all about burning calories and fish.
and sex.
It's sex.
Or lack of.
Or lack of, yeah.
Oh, God.
Be skinny.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, this is vape shoe, computers, fishing, and masks. Yeah, not in that order. Apparently, if you have a wank in your NBC suit in a porta potty in the middle of summer in Iraq, you pass out.
How long was it before they saw you?
Nick, I remember reading Andy McNabb's Bravo 20 book and him actually saying that, you know, what we're learning about the shitting and pissing drills for the NBC suits because they just decided if they had to put them on, they weren't going to eat, drink anything, so they wouldn't need to shit or piss. Like that was literally his reasoning behind it. It was like, you know, if it got bad enough, you got to put that shit on, you know. That's the last of the worries. The motley vaping fisherman. The next Top Gear. Where do I cast? Can't fucking see. Yeah. Rabbit looks like he's on one of the Purge episodes again.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Did anybody see that thing of the clown, like dressed up, like some guy dressed up as a clown, scaring the shit out of people, walking around, dragging an axe behind him and stuff like that? Did anybody see that?
Yeah, that was weird, that was, man.
I'd love to see him do some of that shit in London or something like that and see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, he just gets fucked up. Like,
Do it places like Texas as well. And just see him turn around and just put 2 shots in him.
Yeah.
He won't be doing that shit again.
Yeah.
Mate, over in America, they've got people hiding in the woods doing it, man.
Yeah.
Driving around.
It's a really good idea. People out there with hunting rifles and shit. I mean, you know, honestly, I wonder about the intelligence of some people. Like, you know, it's like, you know, a good way to get yourself killed.
Like that one there.
The size of a Tic Tac. That's what I said. That's why his man's breath was away.
Oh, Jesus.
Crazy boyfriend needs those blue pills too. I bet he loves you at the moment. Right, so what else has been going on in the world of vaping this week then, people? Anybody got any ideas for something to talk about that's vaping related? No.
Is the crazy rabbit going to actually mention anything about America, or are we just going to completely wash over that this week?
Fuck America.
Shit gone on over there again. Fuck America.
Yeah, I said it. Tell everybody. I don't know, man. We had that fucking vote on the federal flavor ban, and it passed in the Senate. So
I watched it, man, and even I couldn't keep up with what was happening.
it's a lot of fucking bullshit, man. I don't know. it's been a rough week for me.
Yeah.
But
To me,
It's not going to stick, though, is it?
Impeachment process, because it's just gonna. They're not going to get voted through anyway, is it?
I mean, at this point, who the fuck knows? I would say okay, so like 4 months ago, I was like, there's no way this is going to get to a vote in the Senate. And here we are passing the vote in the Senate. So yeah, I don't know, man. I would have never thought it would be something that could possibly happen, but here we are facing it. So I guess we'll see. All we can keep doing is call your fucking local people, man. Call everybody, your governor, your politicians locally, call the freaking White House. Like, just express your outrage. Like, express it. Like, this is crazy. I'm an adult. Like, let's work together. If we're going to try to truly get kids off vaping, let's work together. Stop trying to take away my shit, my right to choose a flavor.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything else we could do at this point. Just keep calling and fucking bugging them.
Yeah.
It's sad.
And there we go.
Yeah, I will.
It's full.
I literally couldn't keep up with it, man. I literally couldn't keep up with it.
Well, I mean, they were using like abortion and shit to try to change, like, to keep people's focus off of what they were actually voting on. It was kind of a mind fuck to watch it. It's like, how are we bringing up abortion right now? Like, what the fuck does that, like, why is our focus on that when we're supposed to, like, the whole point of this bill is to ban flavors because they say they attract kids. It's got nothing to do with fucking flavors. That's got zero to fucking do with it. If it's just tobacco flavor, they're still going to vape fucking tobacco flavor. They're still going to vape it. They're going to get whatever the fuck they want because that's what kids do. That's what I did. That's what we all did. Like, it's just, if you do your job and parent your children.
Cigarettes for years, like, it's one of them things, like, if that's all that's available, that's what people will go for. And, like I've said all along, I think that the companies like Juul, Blue and companies like that, they'll be quite happy if the flavor ban come in.
Yeah.
They don't have to keep coming up with new flavors. They don't have to keep, they don't have to bring out anything new. And it'll be one of those situations where they can easily monopolize the market because other people aren't going to look at it unless they've got millions to spend. They're not going to be able to compete. So, I think that's one of the reasons why them companies that are owned by tobacco companies or part owned by them, they would be very happy if it was just tobacco or flavors. That's all they'd ever have to produce. And that way, as long as they're cheaper than other people will buy it. If it's all the same, the cheapest will always win.
Did anybody else notice in that vote though the strategically placed toddlers knocking around? Yeah.
Again,
mate. All I can say, I thought our sort of political fucking whole way of voting was shafted. After watching what happened over there the other day, I was like, what?
I mean, they had a giant group of children standing up there taking pictures with people talking about, thank you for helping us keep flavored tobacco products away from our kids. Well, what about the fucking cigarettes we've been smoking since I was 11 years old, 30 years ago? Like, where was the fucking outrage then? And we know for a fact those kill people, but now we're outraged because there's flavored vaping? Like, what the fuck are y'all even talking about?
That's some bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? This, like, for me, it's just complete fucking craziness. Prohibition does not work. Look at the war on drugs. I mean, come on, that's got to be one of the most expensive failed experiments ever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And don't get me started on drugs. We're over here in the biggest opioid epidemic we've ever seen in the history of the United States, and they're focused on flavored fucking vape.
For real, that's what pisses me off about it when there's much more serious issues like, you know, than flavored vape juice. I mean, let's be honest, like, you know, when you actually look at it, you know, and their reasoning behind it and everything, I don't understand how they can justify chatting this constant bullshit about vaping while you've got all kinds of other shit going on. You know, that's much more dangerous. You know, there's much more, you know, like a public health issue and stuff like that. But that's fine.
That's because all they care about is the money. They don't give a fuck about people's lives. And then they're using kids as a tool to scare people. And I'm not going to sit here and yell out like Nazi and all this shit, but I mean, that's the same shit that they did back during the Holocaust. They used kids as tools to scare the public. Like, it's the same fucking concept. Kids should not be used for anything, period. You don't see the vape community bringing kids up there talking about how this is my kid, and they don't use vapes at all. Like that, it's the same concept. None of us fucking do that. You don't see any of us bringing kids to the table because kids shouldn't be used as a fucking tool, man.
Nope.
What?
I think it's just cigarettes to pregnant women. So.
Yeah, they also, like in some countries, they say about women drinking a pint of red wine every day while they're pregnant is apparently good for the baby. Stuff like that. Old wives' tale type things, like, you know, it's just crazy. But people will believe whatever suits their cause. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you've got somebody who's pregnant and they're smoking cigarettes, they'll choose to agree with that whole vaping's bad for you, it's worse than this, that, the other, because you know, they subscribe to that view themselves. And you know, that this is one of the things, is that people pick and choose, you know, based on their own personal, you know, what they're going to either lose or gain from it. You know, and you know, the same could be said for us. You know, look, we're anti-tobacco and this, that, the other, because it serves our purpose with vaping. But really, in reality, if everybody just leave us alone, we wouldn't be fucking shouting from the rooftops about the tobacco company, because you know, we respect people's right to choose, and that's the difference. You know, if you're an adult and you want to smoke, I might not like it, but I respect your right to choose and make that choice for yourself. The same goes as if, you know, I want a vapor flavored juice rather than a tobacco juice. I should be given that choice. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I just don't understand how you can have in a country like America, for example, where you can join the army at 18, you can, you know, go to what you can drive. What's the driving age? It's 16, Rabbit, over there?
16,
driving
yeah.
car? 16. Yeah. You know, you can get married, you can do this, but you can't vape until you're 21.
Yeah.
Some their country, you know, they can drive a car, they can get married, they can father children, or, you know, like, you know, but they're not allowed to choose whether or not they want to vape a flavored juice or not. I mean, come on, like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Nice one, Yeti.
Too much, but it's my body to abuse. Indeed, that is exactly right. And up until you're old enough to make them choices yourself, it's your parents' responsibility. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, this is the thing, and we've said this loads of times before, that people need to just parent properly and not want the fucking government to do it for them. You know, because that is the way it is. Yeah, you can drink at the age of 16 in the UK. Yeah, you can. You can drink at 14 if you're in a restaurant and you have a glass of wine with your meal. And, you know, you can join the army as a boy soldier at 16. You can't go to war at 16, though. You know, like, as a boy soldier, that's a pretty rough deal. At 16, you got your only day off is the where you get Saturday and Sunday off, but you've got to be there every Sunday to do the run. And, like, you know, you got to be there for that in church, regardless. And, you know, it's one of them things. I wouldn't recommend anyone joining the army at the age of 16, not in the UK anyway, because that's just some bullshit. But, yeah,
I don't want to like go off on a big rant or tirade or nothing, but I do want to say something, and just in case other people do see this, if you are a shop owner, just follow the rules. Just do what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, there's a reason for the rules, and if they start busting these fucking shops that aren't following the rules, guess what? We're all going to pay for it because it's going to make it look like everything they've said about us is correct. If you're a parent, just parent your children. If they're not old enough to vape, they're not old enough to vape. Don't let them vape. Be a fucking parent. Like I've heard people say, well, they won't leave me alone or they won't stop bugging me and all they want is a Juul and this or that. And I'm like, who gives a shit? You're their parent.
Yeah, tell them no.
Like, do your fucking job. If my kids bug the shit out of me about something that they're not supposed to be doing, guess what? They're still not going to fucking do it. I don't care how much they annoy me. It's my job to keep them from doing it.
But you know what, Nate? Your kids won't do that because they're so well parented that they know that it's not even worth saying anything about, trying to convince you to do it, let them do something that they know they shouldn't be allowed. Because
they definitely know better.
The kids up in the first place.
Yeah.
And that's the same with my children. That's the same with all of us. Is that
that's the crazy part too. Like I have kids from the age of 4 all the way up to 17. Not one of my kids vape, and not one of my kids touch any of our vapes, mine or Kate's. They all, because they're educated, because I did my job as a parent and I taught them that that's not for you.
Yeah.
Like this is a tool that your parents use to get off of cigarettes because cigarettes kill people. It is not something for you to get into because it looks cool, because it sounds cool, or because it's fucking trendy.
Yeah.
Because that's my job.
It's a cessation device from smoking. End of.
I mean, that's it, flat out.
Yep.
I wish they would
smoke, don't vape.
I wish they would have been fighting the epidemic of fucking cigarettes when I was a kid. Maybe I wouldn't have wasted half my life not being able to fucking breathe.
The only epidemic I'm seeing right now, other than the coronavirus, is the epidemic of bullshit. That's the epidemic. It's like a fucking thunderstorm of fucking horse shit.
That's right. The problem is people that have the TV to parent the children. Spend time with your kids.
Christopher, I mean, for real, like I always say to my kids, look, you might not understand why I'm saying this to you now, but one day when you're older, you're going to look back on this and you're going to understand why I've said no, why I've said for you to do this in a certain way. And this is the thing. And being a parent, it's not a popularity contest. It's, you can't be an effective parent and your kid's best friend at the same time. Unfortunately, and sometimes you have to be the bad guy. That's what being a parent is. And okay, it sucks when your kids turn around and they say hurtful things. I hate you, and that kind of crap, right? But their kids, they'll get over it. It's one of those things that I just think that too many people would rather placate their kids, give in to them rather than be the bad guy in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Rather than be that strict parent. And at the end of the day, anyone can give birth or give life to a child, right? But raising one right is completely different, and that's on you. You can't blame. You can't pass the buck on that and blame it on anybody else. Get the kids to bed later. Yeah.
It's what Alex said. The amount of parents I see pushing a buggy one-handed and it's going towards the fucking road because I'm too busy looking on the phone. It's like, it's same with the parents that have a buggy down less than 100 yards away from a crossing, and they decide to cross on a part where it's not safe for them to do it, and they'll literally just push the buggy straight out in front of the cars. It's like, are you fucking stupid?
Clearly.
But that's the mentality of people today. Well, some people.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately.
It's
when someone bumps into them and they apologise. They're the one that got bumped into. Like, grow some balls. Like, do you know what I'm saying? If someone bangs into you, you don't apologise to them.
Fuck
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Like, someone bangs into you, like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy though, but you see it all the time. You know, and you see people and they're constantly apologizing or feel like they've got to apologize or, you know, whatever. And like, people just need to grow a backbone. You know, and if something's right, it's right, and that's it. They'll hate
I'll
you.
never apologise when I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's like me, so that's why I never apologize.
Oh, dear.
And he's never wrong.
No, never. Even when I'm right, even when I'm wrong, I'm right in a way.
It makes sense.
Oh,
In
it's
other words,
fine,
if
be right.
it makes sense to him, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, truly, folks.
I mean, you know, it's one of them things.
Anything more vaping related, folks, we want to talk about? Because obviously, I think Nate's going to jump off shortly, so it'd be good to get his input before he jumps.
Yeah, we got all the kids this weekend. I just wanted to get on for an hour or so. Got all the babies.
Yeah. So, anybody got any ideas for a topic? Come on, let's have a topic from you guys that's vaping related, and we'll give our input. You'd love it in York when you're stood there explaining to your kids why you can't wait for the green man and 20-30 tourists just wander across the road. Yeah. You know, but this is what you say to them, though, really, and it is like, just because they do it doesn't mean they're doing something wrong, doesn't mean you can do something wrong. You know, still no cure for cancer.
Oh, I guarantee you there's a cure for cancer.
Yeah.
The problem is
Yeah,
the money. The money's in the treatment.
Yeah, it's not in the cure. There's no money in curing stuff. There's only money in treating it. You know,
and I always tell people I'm not a fucking conspiracist. Like I'm not like, oh, you know, I'm not like a tin hat wearing type dude, but I am educated and I do have a high IQ, and it just makes sense. Like it's the same thing with vaping. Why they're trying to kill vaping? There's no money in it for them. They're making more money on tobacco. That's why cigarettes aren't dead. Like, it's the same concept. They've had the cure for cancer for probably 10 years. Look at the technology we have. You're telling me you can't find a way to get that out of there, but they're hiding it because the money's in the treatment, man. They make more money with chemo and all the fucking pain pills and the nausea medicine and all the other bullshit they feed you.
The whole Teflon. What about the whole Teflon issue? Like, you know, in the United States, like that chemical that's made from making Teflon. I just watched a movie. It's based on like real events, and like basically this company called DuPont. They're like a chemical manufacturer, and they had like they're the guys that invented Teflon or you know whatever. And originally, the purpose of Teflon was to coat tanks so that they were waterproof, and then they started coating everything with it. And this company knew that this stuff caused cancer, babies to have deformities. All kinds of stuff through their own research and everything, and they buried it because the amount of money that they made out of that product, do you know what I mean? It wasn't worth it for them. It's a film. It's called Dark Waters. If anybody wants to watch it,
I got a response to this one, right?
Go on, Dip.
I think they're idiots. They've done it because they think it's socially cool, and you know.
But this is what I'm.
They do. A lot of people are doing it to fit in, and it's not. Yeah. It's not about.
And that was true with smoking, though, as well, right? And this is the thing. I think that then people that start vaping, they would have just started smoking cigarettes in the end. So, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I mean, although the argument is, yeah, you shouldn't bother vaping if you didn't smoke, but then people were going to end up smoking anyway. I'd rather them be vaping than smoking. But ultimately, that's their choice. Do you get what I mean? It's you know, it's their choice. 10,000 for the cancer treatment, yeah, and the rest.
You know,
I've
got one of my friends' dads. He's got stage 4 lung cancer at the moment, and he's in and out of hospital constantly.
Yeah, I had a buddy that he owned a really large construction company. Like I'm talking like multi-million dollars a year. Like this guy they did like big accounts, like building banks and shit. And his wife got cancer, and literally in 5 years, they lost everything. He lost his business, his home. They were living in a shitty ass apartment. Like that's all they give a fuck about, man. They give a fuck about money. Like that's it. Like until we can put human life over money in this country, we're fucked. Like we need somebody to step up and say, listen, we got to make a change. We need something different. We need to start focusing on saving lives instead of fucking, the bottom line. Because right now it's all about the bottom line.
Unfortunately, that's so true.
Yep.
It's sad.
Not just your country, man. It's the same all over, I think.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's sad.
When with anything, when it just the bottom line, it just all comes down to money. Anything like that, there's corners are going to be cut. With health and, do you know what I mean, safety and all kinds of different things like that. Because people are always looking to make that extra little bit of percentage profit. They're always looking for a way to squeeze that extra bit of money out of it. And, that'll only come at the expense of something else. Whether that be like, them looking into the health implications and stuff. There we go. At the end of the day, people make choices.
What is that noise?
Zippy's here.
No, it's not me, man.
Can't be me.
It's not me.
Oh yeah, it was Zippy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I muted it and it stopped.
People will make their own choices. Yeah, exactly.
Just keep it like that. Oh.
At the end of the day, adults should be allowed to make their own choices.
Yeah, it's freedom. It's freedom of choice.
It's all right to get paid for doing something, but if you're doing it in a bad way, you need to have a look in the mirror and look at yourself and ask yourself if what you're doing is right.
That's really what it boils down to, is they're taking away our right to choose.
Yeah, and I thought that the whole point in our countries and our governments and the way that they are is that it's a democracy, and
because they won't get as much money, Alex.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point, Alex, but we've been making that point for 20, 30, 40 years. Like they don't give a fuck.
Money,
like they really don't, man.
What they do with that money is they take that shit to fucking to trade. Do you know what I mean? Like they take that shit to the stock exchanges, and they get a trader to do invest that money. I mean,
make the big bucks.
Was the first state to do that with the tobacco tax money? To take it to Wall Street and make extra money from it. So if you think about it on that scale, not only is it the tobacco companies making money, but the states are making more money off that tobacco money, and then the medical healthcare companies, they're making money off treating it. And we're potentially talking about something that could eradicate all of that. Why is that not seen as a good thing?
Hey, Alex, I got some homework for you this week. Go look up the Master Settlement Agreement in the U.S.
Yeah.
It will open your eyes. You will be like, holy shit. And matter of fact, after you look up the Master Settlement Agreement, I want you to go and pull up all the states that have banned flavors or vaping, and I want you to lay the maps on top of each other, and then I want you to fucking email me what you think about it. That's all the proof you need, man. Like, it's crazy. It blows my mind that it's not, they're not even hiding it. Like, they're not even doing a good job of hiding it. It's just like, fuck you, America. We're going to take all your money and we're going to kill your fucking parents off. And what are you going to do about it? And we're just like, I guess nothing.
Yeah.
I better shut up before the feds get here.
Listening.
So maybe first, that's a very
We'll
good
just
point.
say
The fact that elected people have the right to remove our choice, well, that's the scary thing. Elected people should fight our corner. Okay, I 100% agree on that. Stop voting for fucking idiots.
Facts.
This is the fucking this is what it comes down to, right? They are elected officials, right? People voted for them. The way it works in a democracy is we don't get a say in every single little thing. Yeah, what we do is we pick somebody who we think is going to look out for our interests the best. Right? That is what you do. And then what you do is you let them go off, and then they vote, and or they make laws or bills or whatever that suit them. And there's a lot of big talk when it comes up to elections, and a lot of promises are made and stuff like that. And then when that person gets into power, they don't do half the shit that they said they were going to do, or sometimes they do, and they but I think it was Churchill who said democracy is the worst form of government apart from all the others.
I had a buddy that used to say the best politician is a retired politician.
Yeah, or a dead one.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. Like almost all of them lie. They want to get in that seat, so they're going to tell you what you want to hear. They'll literally go from one side of town to the other, and whatever you need to hear to get that vote, that's what they're going to tell you.
That's where the saying "chat more shit than a politician" comes from.
Yeah, I mean, politicians' speciality is to piss in your pocket and tell you it's raining. I mean, like that's what they do.
It's raining in your pocket.
Yeah, like it's one of these things that, yeah, exactly. You got to pick the best of the bad bunch. I mean, I didn't vote in the last general election, like for my own reasons, being that until Brexit was done, fuck voting for anything else again, right? But
God, you starting him off.
I can't, no. It's like I'm saying it. Most of them are just idiots. These politicians, they're just idiots. I mean, let's be honest. Did Boris really get voted back in based on Boris, or did he get voted back in based on the way he was going to deal with Brexit? I mean,
no, he got voted back in because Corbyn was a muppet.
Right, yeah, I mean, yeah, I've always voted Labour, but I've never voted for Corbyn as long as I got a hole in my ass. That's not happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just that guy. And then when I heard that they were talking about doing a coalition with the Scottish Nationalist Party and the fucking Labour Party, so Sturgeon and Corbyn in a coalition, I was thinking, my God. And like that nearly got me to get up and go out and vote for the Tories, like, just in case. And like, that's something that I just wouldn't normally do. Yeah, I mean, here in Lincolnshire, and anti-legalising cannabis, yet husband is the CEO of British Sugar. The only legal cannabis farm in the UK, yeah, it's GW Pharma. It's that own that, and a majority of that is government owned. In the UK, we are one of the biggest exporters of cannabis-based medicine, but we don't actually prescribe any of it to our own patients. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Boris to the chase.
That's a Bullwinkle joke.
Yeah.
Just while somebody's on, I just want to give a free plug.
Plug it.
Because he's in. Sean Toop, Modesty stands.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
Anybody's got hankering for something like the Bill Puck, the 510, or any of the Bill dishes. Myself, and I know Andy's got one. Vinny, I don't know if you've got one.
I've got one as well, yeah.
You've got one as well. If anybody's looking for something like that, check out his page.
Let me see it.
Mate, they're awesome. He does them all, makes them all.
He makes them all by it.
That's beautiful. Let me see the part where you put the.
Look, this is my build. This is one of my build.
That's nice.
And what you do is you sit between your legs like a bongo. You know what I mean? You can sit there and you grip it with your legs, and it just sits there perfect. It's like
I'm trying so hard not to make a joke.
Yeah.
Andy likes some hardwood between his legs.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he's selling some bits off the cheap, and so if you're after a bargain on a build stand or something,
hey, brother.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, highly rated his work, man. Ron Peoples,
Ronnie, what's up, buddy?
Yeah. Hang on then. Here's another plug. Walt's Wellness is finally open this weekend. So if you're looking for your CBD products, check them out in Fulham, and they do online as well.
BMF.
So, BMF Labs.
Yeah,
whereabouts in Fulham is it? Do you know? Like, is it like Fulham High Street?
Hang on. I've got the card here.
I'm wondering because, like, to live right by it. Let's have a look.
It is. Doesn't have it on there actually. But check them out, www.waltzwellness.co.uk
Nice.
for all of your CBD needs. Check them out. Ron's actually over here, so I hope you're enjoying the British weather along with Cheryl.
Yeah, and if if all my British peeps haven't tried the bad motherfucker juice, get on it because BMF is
It's
amazing.
nice stuff.
Yeah.
It is nice stuff.
Good to see you in here, man. I hope you're enjoying the weather. But
there you go. We've got the address.
They are 61 Woolham Grove. So
Yeah,
check it
32 Rigalt Road, Fulham, London, SW6 4JL.
Trust me, you won't be disappointed.
I suspect the weather's a lot warmer than it was where he was not long ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give some of that a try actually because I absolutely love bronze juice. The ones that I've tried anyway, the blend.
Yeah, definitely.
Blend labs are absolutely great.
Marketplace is amazing.
Human market. This is for pets as well.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
okay. Yeah. I've naturally I want something for my. I'm literally thinking about because Tyler's getting old now. He's getting a bit arthritic. You know, like,
no, Ron, it's hardly ever rains here in the UK.
Yeah, like Wales is the rainforest of the UK, basically. It rains with every day here.
Down in the valleys.
Yeah, down in the valleys. You know. But yeah,
we've got to keep washing them streets somehow.
I think I've said it before, you know, like when I first moved here, I thought that all the webbed fingers and stuff was because of all the inbreeding, but really it's just evolution. And it's going to be like Waterworld in a few years. We're going to start seeing people with gills behind their ears and shit.
Alex Birds, check out Sean Toot, man. He'll let you know.
Mod said, if you join the Vape Den UK, he's actually in the files at the top. Is all of his information's all in there.
He's in the VVR and Alex V group as well, Alex.
Yep, he's all over the place. Mr. Toop. 61 Wallen Grove. Right, okay. Yeah, I read out your office address. That's what I did.
Andy, I'll send you the WhatsApp, man.
Yeah,
it's good.
I need to get some good isolate. It's not got any THC in it. I need some isolate.
Check him out.
But, do you know what? I've not been really like. I like the oil-based stuff. It works great and everything, but I just know how less it's the bioavailability of it when it's suspended in oil rather than water-based. So I've been hearing a lot about these water-based solutions now with the CBD in it, and apparently absorption rate is a lot better. I mean, you know, I'm just going off what people have told me or what I've read and stuff. You know,
I know there's a lot of research gone into the stuff that these guys are doing. So
yeah, definitely. Like I say, if their actual vape juice is anything to go by as a standard, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the thing is it's not even just the juice that's good. Yeah, I know, bro, but I need isolate for myself. It needs to be completely.
There you go, man. The isolate full spectrum is way better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. I agree it is, but I just need the CBD. I need no THC at all in mine. So yeah, but it's hard to find a good quality isolate really, and it's not very, very, very expensive.
Well, hey guys, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get home. It's family day, but I just want to say I love everybody. I love all you guys. I love all the leaguers. We're not done yet. It was a rough week, but we're not done yet. So y'all keep sending positive vibes. Keep fucking doing good things. Keep pushing. Keep fighting for your right to vape. And have a good week next week, man. Let's fucking do something positive for somebody. Go out there and help somebody. Do something good in the world, man. Let's make a difference. LXV saves the world. Yeah. Love y'all.
Later, Robert.
Well, so I've had a stinking cold all week, man.
Coronavirus.
Yeah. But like coronavirus, man.
You sound better than you did do.
No.
Oh God.
I'll tell you what. This shit that I've had this week, I'd rather have coronavirus, I think. Yeah, man. This stuff's bad. Hip pain and all sorts, man. And we've had the baby off with chicken pox.
What's
Ooh.
that?
Zippy,
What's
you
that?
might want to get that.
Zippy, old age is catching up with you, bro. Hip
So,
problem.
yeah,
Hip
that's
pain.
old age, man. You know what I mean?
That hip pain can sometimes be related to oh Jesus,
You
what's
know?
it called? No, the adult version of chickenpox. What's it called?
Shingles.
Yeah, shingles.
Shingles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man.
Make sure you don't get a rash or out, mate. Because if you do, go get yeah.
I've never had a rash yet.
That's not what it says on the toilet wall in Jaguar Land Rover.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
right, you're right. They have changed some of the laws now with CBD and stuff like that.
yeah. I think in America, in that they have 0.3%, whereas we're only allowed 0.2%. Is it?
You can't be above
Something like
0.2.
that.
Yeah,
Can't be
that's
above 0.2.
Yeah, like
yeah.
for me, the reason I want isolate is because I don't want to fail a drug test or anything, you know, because of
Yeah.
the THC in it, you know, when if there was a full spectrum that was just minus the THC, that I'd be happy with that, you know. But
Yeah.
I know that it's either full spectrum or isolate, you know. That's what there tends to be. But I've been using like a local place to me called the Hemp Garden in Carmarthen, and they've got some really good product actually. I was using the CBD drops, based in oil, and isolate, but it was just fucking expensive, man. It was really, really expensive. It worked out, you know. Even if you're just having a couple of drops in the morning and a couple of drops at night, it's not cheap. I mean, I don't know how effective CBD actually is in vaping.
Alex, have you been looking again?
It's
Zippy,
that gazebo effect.
Dot Locks is there's a range called the remedial range, and it's all different cough lozenges and cold lozenges and things,
Yeah.
and they work really well. I've got them and I've reviewed them. They're really
I need details, man.
remedial.
I used to
Hold
love
on.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like
I've
they've
got
got
a pen to write this stuff down. You can just send me in a message.
in the Hemp Garden, they've got soap with it in. They've got
Did you say soap?
soap, yeah, absorbable through your skin. You know, it's one of these things. So you can get CBD patches. You can get bath bombs, right? That you chuck in the bath, and then you go and sit in the bath and have a nice and you get organic CBD balm.
I need to try some of that for my life.
But like
Mate,
this is where I want to know what the actual bioavailability of it is with all of these different methods. You know, what is the best way of ingesting CBD? You know, is it vaping it? Is it through oil-based drugs?
Sublingual.
For me,
You
I've
think
tried a couple of them. Right, I've tried a couple of them. I haven't tried the edibles yet. That's one I want to try.
Well, they do tea and coffee and stuff in the.
I find the tincture's really good.
Yeah.
It's within minutes, man. It's there. You know, what I mean, vaping's all right, but it just takes a little bit longer, I find.
Yeah.
But you know, once.
And I'll be honest,
You know,
a lot of the CBD vapes that I tried back a couple of years ago, if I'm honest with you, they were like shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, like the pen stuff actually really, you know, it worked. I mean, if you were sub-ohming it you know, you could feel, you know, literally drip, hit it for a bit, injecting it, probably snorting it. You know, it's one of these things that, I mean, like there's different ways of if it's suspended in oil, the bioavailability of it is not as much as if it's suspended in a water-based solution. From the stuff that I've read. So, do you know what I mean? Because of the way that oil's absorbed by the body and stuff like that, that's, you know. So this is why I want to know or get some idea of what is the actual best way. I mean, is it sublingual? Is it subdermal? Do you know what I mean? Is it like a dermal patch? Is it, ingesting it like,
Does it also depend on where it
I
is?
think it depends on what you're looking for. I mean, not being funny, I've used that on patches of eczema and it's cleared up.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted for.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of days and it's been, you can see it disappearing where other actual creams have failed.
Rabbits. I've heard smoking. Yeah. So get your resin paper, dip it in the CBD, right? Let it dry out, and then roll it up, and you're good to go. But it's the THC.
I've only ever tried this way.
The CBD, the medicinal side. That's right. Yeah, cannabinol is not psychoactive in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Right? So, I wouldn't go as far as to call it a hallucinogenic substance. It's not actually a hallucinogen. It's psychoactive, but it's not.
Depends on what you're smoking.
Depends
what's been added.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not classed as a hallucinogen. Like mushrooms and peyote and stuff like that are, and LSD and that kind of stuff. It's not in that branch of drugs. But what you're saying is right.
Unless it's been laced with LSD,
it's the psychoactive stuff. But then again, THC is not actually psychoactive unless it's been decarboxylated, and took to a temperature where it actually becomes orally active. So you could actually use this. This is the thing, like when you're actually using THC, it has to be either decarboxylated so that it is orally active if you're going to ingest it, or it won't have any of the psychoactive effects, which is why people, when they're making edibles and stuff, they mix it in with they melt some butter down and they mix it in with that, and then they strain it all out and they use the butter because the crystals bind with the animal fat. And that's actually the best way. I mean, I just read a book on this yesterday. This is why it's also fresh.
I was going to say, just remember, none of us are doctors here. None of us are classified chefs. This is just, education.
Chris, would you like to be already active? You're all right. And your mum loves it as well.
My mum's dead, so how can she?
I'll shut up.
Hey.
Let's not get morbid.
Yeah, come on, mate. Don't knock it anyway.
Right.
Mate.
Yes, it is, Alex. It's illegal in a lot of places.
Yeah, CBD is really illegal in Sweden. Yep, it is indeed.
Right. Are we done, fellas?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No one's got a final word because we haven't prepared it because we are true professionals and we'll bring the ending again.
Whoa.
I thought the final word was bye.
Who hasn't got a final word?
Oh, go on then.
Go on then.
Right.
Wait there.
As I said.
Wait there.
Oh, here we go.
Give me a chance.
I can
All
leave
yours,
this before. Right. As I say, it is Vinny's birthday next Sunday. So, should anybody wish to send him something, we all know he likes his freebies, but that's his business. He'll go mad. But no, if anybody wants to send him something to open on the live next Sunday, we will make sure he gets it. And so if anybody wants his address, as I say, hit me up, and he'll give it you. Let's make his birthday on the live next week.
I mean, if you really want to find him, just join Grindr.
Bye, everybody.
Hello.